Hey there, Pisces. So it's a general overview on how it's gonna go. We're gonna be pulling up your guys' generals using the Kipper deck. We're gonna do your guys' love using the mystical medleys, your guys' finances and career using the Rider Waite Tarot deck, and then finally end off your guys' reading with the creativity oracle deck, right? Oh no. I accidentally dropped the cards. 1 second. Okay, so first thing that came up, we got great fortune. So yeah, some of you guys are destined to become wealthy. Let me see here. We got journey, so some of you guys could be traveling. I don't get it to be somewhere far. I get it somewhere mostly to be close, but it could be anything. Some of you guys might be moving away from your family, so especially those of you guys that have been living with your family, or I don't know, maybe you guys have issues with the family, right? I see some of you guys like mostly parting ways with the family. And so for those of you guys that are doing so, you guys are going to do it successfully. I don't know why, but maybe some of you guys needed to know that. Let me see. Let's put up another spread. Some of you guys are expecting a message, and sadly, I have to say that I'm not seeing it coming in. I'm seeing like a lack of commitment, especially those of you guys that are already in a relationship and you guys are noticing that there's a lack of messages or communication. I don't see that to be changing. I feel like it's gonna continuously end up like that. Some of you guys might be irritated because they're not stepping up their game or making a move, or some of you guys might also notice that they're taking their time. I feel like they're purposely doing that. I want to figure out why. Some of you guys, I don't want to say this, but for some of you guys, they could be dealing with another person. I usually don't get that, but I feel like saying it here. If you guys know for a fact that you guys are not dealing with a third party situation, it could be the fact that they're putting on a mask. Some of them, they don't want to tell you how much this is stressing them out as well too. I'm getting they're wanting to tell you, but it's like they're holding back in. They don't want to tell you that this entire relationship or whatever is stressing them out, if that makes any sense, or they're not happy with it either. Those of you guys that have any sort of health issues in regarding to a specific connection, I see that going away. Some of you guys are going to choose to part ways or separate from a specific person, and I see that doing really well for you guys. It's going to reduce a lot of the stress and things like that you guys were having from this connection. You guys are going to feel like you guys are going to get back to your old self. Be careful for those of you guys that are Be careful for those of you guys that are in a relationship or could potentially be in one, because I do see a child and then you guys potentially leaving the connection right when you guys end up having a child. So make sure you guys are using protection or whatever, or taking safety precautions if you're not wanting a child, especially if you guys are maybe possibly thinking about leaving this connection, is what I want to say. Some of you guys might be hearing rumors from people around you about a particular person. I'm getting to be like a older I'm getting an older masculine energy, but that acts very immature. This is somebody that's within your guys' inner circle, most specifically in your guys' family. Some of you guys might be hearing rumors or something like that, or like very rude things, or you guys might hear gossip, how they act this and that, like they might have a bit of an ego to them. Or some of you guys get some sort of intuitive hits or messages that this person is like very egotistical, maybe even a tyrant, and they only care about themselves, is what I'm getting here. Some of you guys, this could be somebody that you guys were in a relationship with, or it was your ex or something like that. There was some sort of relationship. If not, this could be a family member, is what I'm getting here. But some of you guys might be hearing like rumors or gossips, or like some of the bad things that are going on in their life. So for some of you guys, for me to say that, some of you guys might be hearing them getting their karma, especially if it's like an ex or something like that. I'm also getting it to be family members though, because we got the family card. So some of you guys might be hearing about like a family member getting some sort of karma for acting immature or whatever. Is kind of what I'm getting here. Let's go into your guys' love. Some of you guys are stressing out about a specific person because they're not making any sort of movements. You guys are on a break from this person, whether you guys literally made a decision to get a break from this person or you guys both decided on it. I'm getting you guys being on a break. So whoever you guys are on a break from, you guys are waiting. What's really strange is I'm getting both of you guys waiting for the other person to make a move. I don't see any forward movement, though. That's a strange thing. Let's look into this. For some of you guys, some of the things that they said or did, you guys didn't really like the things that they did. Some of them were acting very some of them were acting very manipulative and really deceitful towards you, or you guys just did not like their characteristics, if that makes any sense. And some of the things that they do, it kind of like brings a lot of anxiety into your life. Some of you guys literally might even have like a hard time sleeping because of the way some the things that they said or the way they act. It's like some of the things that they do is not in a very kind and nurturing way. You don't like their personality, their way how they act. How do they feel about you? They love your generosity and your guys' giving nature, and they love the fact that you're all the time overflowing them with kindness. I feel like this person is doing this for attention. They love the attention that you're giving them, but they don't feel that kind of attention back towards you. That's not to say that they don't love you. That's not what I'm primarily getting. It could be, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm just getting primarily that they just don't reciprocate those feelings, if that makes any. I know that sounds contradicting, but it's like, how do I explain it? It's like they care about themselves, they love themselves more, and they love it when other people give them a lot of attention. So it's like they always put themselves first, if that makes any sense. What's really strange is if you guys stick around with this person, I feel like they could be the person that you guys always desire to be. But what is really strange is I just don't like the way how they act. Their antics and the way how they act is just so strange. I feel like eventually they will change their ways, strangely enough. I feel like they will meet up to your level. How can you do to speed up this process though? Some of you guys need to not put too much effort and don't communicate too much to them and make them do more of the work. As long as you guys aren't putting in most of the work or doing most of the communication, let them do most of the work for once. Because I feel like once you keep doing that, it's gonna start giving them the idea that they need to actually start putting in the work and they'll step up their game. Is kind of what I'm getting here. What about for those of you guys that are single? Some of you guys also have problems, whether you guys like to admit it or not. Some of you guys have issues of letting go of the your guys' past like relationships or your exes. I don't care if those of you guys are like, oh no, there's no way, I'm focusing on the new. No, I'm not getting that. Look at this. You guys are still focused on past heartbreaks, whether you guys like to admit it or not. If you guys know this is not your story, then don't take it. But I'm getting for those of you guys that some of you guys are still lingering onto the past relationships and past breakups and thinking about the good times of your guys' past relationships and things like that. So some of you guys also have a hard time letting go of some of the past as well too. Some of you guys might also be using coping mechanisms, if you guys what I mean know what I mean, to cope and like as a coping mechanism to heal your guys' past wounds from relationships, is what I'm getting here. Some of you guys need to step up your game, is what I'm getting here. I feel like you guys won't be able to find a partner until you guys step up your game. Some of you guys need to work on yourself a little bit more, is what I'm getting here. Some of you guys need to have more experience in your life. This is a really weird saying, but I got to tell you what I'm getting. Some of you guys need to go out more, go out of your guys' comfort zone, go travel, go have different experiences, meet other people. Because don't think that just your guys' past relationship is the best thing that's ever happened to your life, because that's basically what I'm seeing over here. You guys are assuming that those past partners that you had, those past relationships that you guys had, and those good memories were like the best thing and the only thing that's ever good that's going to happen in your life. I'm getting that to be wrong because I feel like you guys have potentiality to have so much more happiness. I see you guys potentially even living like the best of your guys' dreams out there, but it's because you guys are not putting yourself out there. Is what I'm getting here. Some of you guys might be also way too much focused around the people around your area. Some of you guys might have even dated with the same people all over and all over again to the point where it's like almost considered like incest. So I would say you guys also try to consider going out with somebody that's like from a different background than you. Even though if they're from a different race background or something like that, who knows? They could be the right person. Try to go for somebody that's not usually your type, if you know what I mean. Maybe from a different geographical distance as well too. It's not going to be something that you're going to have to be putting in effort. It's going to come to you naturally. You won't have to put in so much effort like you guys did in your past relationships, is what I'm getting here. Let's go on to your guys' finances. Some of you guys, the next person you guys could end up with could be an Aries. Aries and Taurus, more specifically Taurus. Specifically Aries, Taurus, or Capricorn, they could have that in their chart. Some of you guys are heartbroken. Let's see what this is about. Some of you guys could be having financial issues to the point where you guys would even consider yourself broke. Why do I feel like this is only temporary? Yeah, not at once. You're gonna find a way to get out of this situation. For those of you guys that are having financial issues, right? You guys are lacking finances. Some of you guys are looking for, some of you guys are dependent on resources, dependent on donations of funds, especially those of you guys. I see you guys eventually getting out of it. I see you guys starting some sort of passion project or doing something you guys always enjoy or something that you guys will enjoy. And I see you guys getting out of that stage of poverty, if that makes any sense. Going into those of you guys that have a job right now, and is working for somebody. You know what's crazy? I see you guys leaving your job to go and work for like some of you guys. I see you guys working for like a tech industry or working from home. I see you guys potentially studying or like working some sort of tech industry or working from home is what I see you guys doing. Some of you guys feel much more freedom or you guys are able to do whatever it is that you guys want. Now that you guys are able to work from home is what I'm getting here. Like it's like you guys are finally free from any sort of rules and restrictions from environmental factors and it's like you can do your own thing. If that makes any sense. I feel like that even though the finances will take some time to pick back up, overall, I see you guys very comfortable in the environment and the job that you guys are going to be in. So that's pretty good. What about for those of you guys that are self employed? Okay. Expect some sort of events coming in, some sort of celebrations, especially if you guys have hit some sort of milestones, is what I'm getting here. Talking about events, celebrations, there may be some sort of family or friends gatherings. I see some of your coworkers also like the people that are working for you also celebrating for your guys' goals, achievements, and accomplishments. You guys are hitting your marks. Is what I'm getting here. Hmm. I want to tell you guys just because you guys hit the milestone or you've guys done so well and you guys have almost accomplished basically all of your guys' goals, achievements, and dreams, don't stop educating yourself. Don't stop learning from new experiences or gaining new skills and insight. Don't bring that cocky energy into your life, okay? Because I feel like because of you guys being lazy, you guys could get into the habit of being lazy and you're preventing yourself from future advancements, all right? So some of you guys that feel like, "Oh, I have nothing going in my life because I already have everything going in my life." In reality, you don't have everything going in your life. There's so much more things you can do in life and there's so many things you can learn in life. And plus, I feel like if you guys get into that lazy like energy, you guys are going to get back to that stage of laziness, right? Where you guys are not going to be able to work on the tasks at hand because you guys are just used to being a couch potato, right? Is kind of what I'm getting here. Look at that. You guys are going to be losing so many great opportunities, possibly to go international or make your business more bigger or grow bigger because you guys are not putting in the effort. So just because you guys hit some sort of milestones and accomplish your dreams, don't forget to still keep putting in the effort, keep putting in the grind, keep studying and educating yourself, all right? Is kind of what I want to say. What about for those of you guys that are unemployed? There is going to be some sort of offer. There's going to be some sort of offer coming in, like an interview or some sort of thing, or like a job offer. And I feel like it could be something in regarding to tech. It doesn't have to be. Some of you guys could be in regarding to like therapy, is what I'm getting here. Psychologists or therapists. If you guys get what I'm saying, some of you guys could also be like a relationship counselor, is what I'm getting here as well too. But whatever this job is, it's gonna be something that you guys truly enjoy and that you guys are gonna love and adore, and you're gonna be really happy on handling things into your own hands, is what I'm getting here. So that's pretty good. What about in regarding to finances in general? Your finances are right now at a standstill, and it's because you guys are overly obsessing with this. So stop overly obsessing over your guys' finances because the watch pot never boils. Ever heard of that saying? Well, it's the same thing over here. If you guys are going to be a control freak in your guys' finances, then you might as well wait till your guys' coffin days come in, right? So yeah, I am seeing that your guys' finances are still doing well, okay? But I think you guys are overly too much obsessed with it. Try out different methods. Go out for a little bit, all right? Stop focusing on your guys' finances and get a life, all right? There's much more to life than just materialistic things and to and financial means, right? In general though, I do see you guys potentially saving for a car. So those of you guys that have been having financial issues with a car or whatever, or you guys have been wanting to get a car, I do see you guys eventually getting a car or remodeling a car or whatever, right? I am seeing mostly a new car, so I do see you guys being able to do so, but it's going to take some time, and you guys need to stop overly like obsessing over it, all right? Because otherwise you guys could lose the opportunity and make things worse due to your guys' over obsession, if that makes any sense, all right? Let's go and end off your guys' reading with the creativity oracle deck, all right? Okay, we have innovation number 13. So, for those of you guys that are into numerology, you guys can check those out because I'm not saying those for no reason. And we have two more cards that came out, push number 2, precision number 69. All right, I'm going to go and get the booklet out so we can get some additional information here. So, number 13. All right, so it says here, have fun and experiment, inventing something that surprises and has never existed before. The innovation card most often means that you are being called upon to use your creativity in a new and different way, to have fun crafting an inventive response to your challenge. It can also mean that your creation may be too similar to that of another person, or you have simply not been innovative enough in your approach. We all need to acquaint ourselves with the latest technology and methods if we want to think outside the box. It is equally important to think outside your comfort zone. Although innovation is usually associated with the latest technology and progress, it can sometimes be beneficial to spend your time discovering and adapting new approaches to a problem, bend and break the rules, all right? So don't just stick to something that just seems fun and things like that, right? And don't just stick to the comfort zone, right? It's always good to push yourself to try out something new and different because who knows, right? It could actually be something that is not only an innovative way to help your guys' business, but also could benefit you guys in your guys' life in general, right? It doesn't have to be business, but I like to use that as an example, right? It could also be regarding to your relationship, your personal life, right? Is kind of what I'm getting here, right? So going on to push, it says, don't feel inadequate. Forget how to quit. Push on no matter how things look. All right. So once again, it's like that last push in regarding to your guys' career and finances. Don't just be giving up. All right. Just because you guys have already accomplished so much, because there's much more that you guys can achieve and accomplish. Right. So it says here that the push card is an indication that now is the time to exert extra effort, especially if you have been feeling like giving up. It can also be a reminder that we all need a push sometimes. Let every door with a sign saying push on it be a reminder to us that if we want to get to the next space, in our creative journey through life, we have to use our energy to neutralize barriers and move things along. Creative people are thoughtful, and thoughtful people are kind and polite. The type of people who might have a hard time with being perceived as pushy by anyone, including themselves. The appearance of this card is an indication that now is not the time to let go and let God or this. It's time to emulate the deities and work your will upon the world. Give your goal a push. All right. And then precision. Let's see. All right. It says here the desire to do things precisely is useful as long as it is done in devote in and does not develop in rigidity. So basically this is talking about, like, that saying where it's like if you're gonna go for it, make sure you guys are putting 100% into it, because if there's a little bit of hesitancy, you could fall off that cliff, right? If that makes any sense, right? Or lose your guys' mark because you guys are losing that concentration, right? And that will in the last minute. So it's like no matter what you guys are doing, if you guys are like, for example, starting a new business, starting new projects, starting a new relationship, right? Make sure you guys are putting in 100% in, or you guys are 100% in going forward, because otherwise you guys can mess up in the process of doing that just because of that hesitancy. All right. So, I always have this saying where it's like, if I'm not sure of it, then it's basically a no. If I'm 100% sure of it, then yeah, I'm gonna get it. All right. So whenever I go out in the grocery store, right, and I find something nice, right, am I like, and I think to myself, should I buy it or should I not? Well, it's like if you're not sure, then usually the answer is no, right? But if I really really want it, then yeah, I should go ahead and buy it, right? Kind of thing. So it says here that the precision card is an indication that problems related to the matter in question are the result of either too much or too little focus on precision. Our desire for precision can help us identify and clarify our intentions, thereby making them simpler to comprehend and easier for us to attain. You cannot make things the way you want them to be without knowing precisely how you want them to be. In the creative process, having that kind of precise vision is a perfect starting point. Care must be taken, however, that the desire for precision does not devolve into a rigid, piggy attitude that stifles creativity. Precision can be invaluable in predicting and dealing with course corrections. When the inevitable unforeseen circumstances arise in response to your actualizing of your original plan, precision is the clearest indication of mastery. All right. So even if you guys feel like you guys have done a lot of things in your guys' life, it's always good to also be a little bit more precise in your guys' business or whatever, right? Or in your guys' relationship, because then that leads to almost perfectness, right? And who doesn't want things to be much more perfect, right? Is kind of what I'm getting. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully you guys found that to be helpful and you guys liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Take care.